Thanks for the feedback. We have one more letter.
Yeah, thanks.
One more letter here from Francisco Salazar, and he writes, "Allison is back!" Exclamation point. Oh. And me and Matt will take this one so we don't embarrass Allison. I'm late to the party, but I am happy to hear Allison having fun talking about Quantum Leap. I found Allison on YouTube and have been watching her content for a few years. I even made some Carman fan art because one of her series. I found QLP because she mentioned it. It's good to hear her laughing and having fun again.
Well, maybe she wasn't having fun talking about Independence. There's not much I can say about Independence, except I like the idea of Terry Hatcher being hot grandma and Mimi being present-day Donna.
That's my headcanon.
I'm just visualising Terry Hatcher as hot grandma. I mean, yeah.
That about describes her now. Enough about Independence. What I really want to know is this. Did the Quantum Leap RPG that Chris wanted to start ever get off the ground? I've been getting into TTRPGs lately. That's tabletop role-playing games, for anybody who doesn't know.
Thank you.
And I remembered QLP discussing a possible Quantum Leap offshoot. If it did happen, is there anywhere I can listen to the gameplay? Frank J. Salazar of Salazar Art Nation and Roll for Tarraco. Okay, Frank. If you had access to the bonus content and you heard the latest episode of Fangent that dropped last week, as of the time we're recording this, that's Fangent 10, I do get into more of that idea of the Quantum Leap role-playing game that I had been blue skying, I don't know, over a year ago, I think was the last time I mentioned it on mic for the main feed. So short answer, no, there's nothing to listen to yet. And I haven't gotten anything together, and I'm still trying to figure out mechanics and things like that. If I'm even up to DMing a game. I don't even know that I have the experience or, the stick-to-itiveness. But I can tell you this. It ain't going to happen soon because after this month, we got a solid 8 weeks of new shows to worry about for season 2 of Quantum Leap. So it's going on the back burner yet again until that hiatus and until I get more confidence in my game playing ability. So yet another fan of Allison finding the podcast through her. She is the big moneymaker around here. She's
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks, Frank. I mean, I'm glad that Carman has made its way into this podcast because Matt and Chris have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I have.
That was my next question. I literally was going to say, what the fuck is he talking about?
I thought this was just some big American TV show that I've not heard of, and Chris was going to go, Matt, come on. Everyone knows Carman.
The thing is, okay, Carman is a joke from our Charmed podcast, but even people who know Charmed don't even know what the I don't remember what Carman came from exactly. There was some character, we made up some backstory. He was a superhero named Carman, and he was a big failure. We were just so fucking bored with the reboot of Charmed that we just made up our own story. So that's where Carman comes from.
And apparently there's Carman fan art.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember his Carman fan art. It was great. And thanks again, Frank, and thanks for listening to the podcast.
Did Carman become the unofficial mascot of the Charmed Rewind podcast?
Oh, well, we turned Carman into, so if you've ever, do you guys ever listen to the Star Trek podcast, Greatest Generation?
I have a couple of times, yeah.
No.
Okay, so they have the drunk Shimoda.
Yes.
Where they ask at the end, who's your drunk Shimoda, the guy who's having the best time. So we turned Carman into who is the hero of the episode, as opposed to the Margoyle, who is the standout loser of the episode.
Okay.
Margoyle was just a stupid loser demon in an episode of Charmed. So yeah, Carman lives on. At the end of every episode, we ask who's our Margoyle and who's our Carman.
Go Carman, go.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, now that we've all been educated on that, I mean, who knew? Jesus, Carman.
Yeah. All the lore you ever didn't need to know.
If you would like to be like Frank J. Salazar or Miley Enos or 5-star review, I'm not playing dress up who likes the show better than the show, or Ashes embracing my inherent cringe arc, or anybody else we've heard from on this feedback segment, there are many ways that you can reach us here at the Quantum Leap Podcast. You can send us a letter or maybe a new set of rims for my car at P.O. Box 542, Bayport, New York, 11705. You can get us on phone at 707-847-6682. You can